Greetings everyone and welcome to another Music Minute. Today I'm going to be discussing notation as it pertains to guitar. Now, guitar, like piano, is a little tricky because the music staff is not laid out at all in a fashion comparable to the guitar fretboard. So there's a few tricky things. One of the most difficult aspects of it is the fact that there are several places to play any given note on a guitar. For instance, D above middle C. All right, we can play it on our open 4th string, we can play it 5th fret on our 5th string, or we can play it 10th fret on our 6th string. Which one do you play? Well, hopefully that's going to be indicated in the music. And in classical guitar, it usually is. So for instance, if we look at this, this is an etude by Fernando Sor. Here we have some string indications. So we have a G here, indicated 4th string, a B here, 3rd string. Now those two notes could be played on our open 3rd and our open 2nd string, and we could make that phrase work with that. But the problem is we have to lift this B off in order to access this E, and that interrupts the sustain of those notes. So by playing it on the strings as indicated, now we can let all the notes continue to ring all the way throughout. But sometimes you're not given that. Sometimes, as in this Villalobos suite, there are no indications at all for what frets you're supposed to play. So then you have to do a little detective work. For instance, if we look here, we see we have a high C, all right? That's going to be 8th fret on your E string. Well, that tells us this G sharp is not going to be played way down here on the 1st fret on the 3rd string, all right? So we're going to have to definitely play it on the 4th string. And then that makes it clear then that the D has to be on the 3rd string and the E will have to be on the 2nd string. So that's how we can tell in that case, but it is actually nice when they give us the string numbers. Now, that brings us to the subject of tablature, a subject which comes under a lot of criticism, most of which I disagree with. It's a very handy way for indicating where to play a given note on a guitar. And it's nothing new. It's been around for hundreds of years. That's how lute music was often written. So, here's an example, The Four Horsemen by Metallica. So we have these 3 low E's, only one place to play those, and then the E octave and B above that. There's several ways that one could be played. We could use this E octave and this B, but the problem with that is we end up having to skip a string. And knowing James Hetfield and his penchant for downstrokes, that's going to make it difficult to play. I mean, you could technically mute that string, but it just doesn't work. Doesn't really sound good. You could then take the B here and do like a power chord on the 4th string. But if you look at the tablature, it shows the octave E is actually taken 7th fret on your 5th string, and then the B is 9th fret. Now, we could have figured that out possibly because, again, thinking of downstrokes, you could play it that way. It does involve probably muting the 5th string so you don't accidentally hit it as you're doing the downstroke. But this way, you don't have to worry about that at all. You just go for it. All right, we'll catch you next time.